guys. I just noticed that Moosey is in the background. Uh, I really like him. He's cute, but he's nocturnal and he's real chill during the day. And at nighttime, it's weird. He becomes a trapeze artist, and it's really amazing what he can do with his skills. Just flips and somersaults through the air. And, I often think he's a burglar coming in, and, that's really cool. Ursina, thank you for being here, babe. I wondered if you would be because it's an earlier chat. Rona Cooley, Kestrel's here. Everybody's here. Robin W's here. VT Kitten, Keela, Heather in the library, Bigsy. Guys, I want to say welcome to, we have a few new mods here as well. And I just want to say thank you for Lori Helker, I love you, girl. Thank you for being here, mods. All the mods who have modded for me all this time, but the new ones as well. I'm really grateful for you guys. I know we already talked about this before in the chat, but um, Jenny gets chatty. That guy right there behind me is a trapeze artist. Hey, Armene, Joe Virus, Alicia's here, Pam Abernathy, Vicky Neese, Jessica, Nana's Ranch, love it. Thank you, love it. Ty's channel. I know you're concerned, guys. We've as he puts it, we've opened Pandora's box, right? So we just kind of have to deal with things as they roll in. And lucky for my manipulative Scientology training, this kind of stuff doesn't really shake me up much. It just doesn't. Thank you, Asen. Hey, Brownie Buttons. Erica, I love that you came in. Brittany's here. Jersey Jan, Eureka, Kim Greenleaf, Snake, thank you for being here, Ken. Rachel, Sandy, you're tired today. I get that. I'm feeling the same. Hey, Yadira. What's this now? Okay. Marie Marion, Charlotte, Crystal Primo. That's right. Angie Pullitz, Brandy Denlinger. I'm glad that you made it, girl. Unindoctrinated, Jazzy Girl Sarah, Joe D, Sugar Plum 64. I love you too. Trixie, Nicole, Anna Witt. I love Anna Witt. Holly's here. Creekside Acre, what? Oh, you love that color? My God, thank you. Cooler by the Lake, Hockeytown John, you're always adorable. Killy Billy, Jen Lee, Sandy Wandy, Olive Juice, Nancy Stitchin. Thank you, Nancy. I love you, girl. I'm glad you're in here. Sharon Paris. Mare is here. I love Mare. Do you guys notice a trend here that I love everybody like Sharon Spaghetti? Millie the Dandelion is so cute. Margie Barr, this is really happening. P. Taylor. Pink Clover Candle. Yes, I haven't seen you for a minute. I love that you're here. Lexi Ann. Zelda made it. Trisha Briggs, that color on you is amazing. Thank you. You guys told me I need to get more jewel tones. Is this a jewel tone? Because I don't know anything. I only know Scientology mind manipulative powers and tactics, as I'm finding out. Love yourself. Carla Childers, Lori Lee, Nico's here, Galen, Lori Abs, Sherry LeBrun, Beachcomber, Patty Collins, Bits and Pieces, Sin K, Pierre. I'm glad you caught it, Kelly Collins, JR, Jeannie F, Joanne Ventrilla, Maisie Shiloh, Wicked Tinkers, DNB. I love DNB. Rocks in a Box, Abdazzle. Thank you. Is this more of a fall color or can I just wear this now? I don't really know. I'm not familiar with this wine color Abdazzle, but I'm liking it. I'm into it. I had a little bit of a lipstick that kind of matched, a lip stain. Yorkie Mom, Joel Sachs, Aria. What are you doing? Lydia? Lydia, where are you? I hear you. I don't know, guys. That was weird. Maybe it's a ghost. I hope it's a ghost, honestly. I've been hopeful that oh, there you are. Okay. Hello. God, you're awfully little. I didn't even know where you were. Did you know that you were this small? Did you know that you're really tiny but incredibly mighty? My God, girl. Really teeny these days. Really dainty. Liz Tricks. I love Ladybird. I love Liz Tricks. Carrie Ann. Yeah, Carrie Ann. I really tried to match it. Wonder Llama, Teacher Nurse. Shay B, my other's keeper. Thank you, Jimena. Kaz is here. I love that. I've started counseling again thanks to you and Tommy. Oh my God, I love to hear that. And thank you for sharing. Where have you been, Cindy Edge? I was just thinking about you the other day, and I was like, I haven't seen Cindy Edge. I haven't seen Hockey Guy in a while. There's some people that I miss. I'm glad to see you. Noelle's here. Tiff 420, Catherine B. It is a jewel tone. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Thank you, Mary C. Hey, Texas Shenanigans, Bubbles, Baby Steps, Leandra. Thank you, Miss Mary. Diversely able artist. Wow, cool name, and thank you for being here. Moose has grown. He really has. You know, I'm kind of depressed. I just bought him a collar the other day, and I got him a kitten collar. And no, that thing ain't gonna last very long. We're gonna have to go back and get another one. I got one for Kid. I got her a new one. I had to get her the larger size. The larger size. SPTV Inc. Thank you, girl. Mary Hiker. Puka Vista. Okay, you can do that color anytime, says Pierre. Joe Banks. Thank you, Joe Banks. Jeanette Rexford, Wilford Harry. Did I say hi to you, Yadira? I don't know if I did, but I love you. Mary Barons. Yeah, I think I did see it, Mary. Didn't I comment on it? It was beautiful. Thank you. Longtime lurker, Bionic Bye. I love that. Thank you for speaking up. Whistle down. Oh, yeah, it's a raspberry color too. In the summer, we call it raspberry. I love that. Hey, Renee Rainbow. Lurker Laura, thank you. I love Labradite. Thank you, Sandy Wandy. Hi, Crystal Dax. I know, Chauncey. Chauncey's here, and she's little too. Did you know that you were this small, though? Like, were you aware that you were going to be this little and not ever get bigger? Did you know that you're dainty, but you get a lot accomplished? Yes, you did. Too small. Really, it's too small. Gary Mackey, contain a miniature copy of Dianetics. That's hilarious. Does it look like a book? You can sit in that chair, Punky, and if you want me to hold you, I will. But you're being there's a lot of silly. There's a lot of silly going on for such a little person. I like big rings, Gare. I always have. Thank you for commenting on it, and thank you for your super chat. Twin Mom 32 has been lurking for months. Finally got hooked up with YouTube. Been loving watching you and Tommy falling in love. That is so sweet of you to say, babe. Thank you. Hi, Lisa Kelson. Interesting, Carrie B. Very interesting. Olga's here. How far behind am I? I'm already there. Natalie Stresser, I fell victim to your Scientology mind tricks. God, I'm sorry. I keep doing that to people, and I couldn't be more apologetic than I am. Thank you for your super chat that I forced upon you. Hi, Panko. Laura Font. I know. I love that you made it, Laura. Panko, I'm glad to see you. I always get happy when I see Panko. She's one of my people. Phoenix Rising. Tamara Wright, I love that you made it. Thank you, Robin W. Thank you, Rachel Sandy. DP in Tennessee, Amanda Deer. Purple Groovy, I feel like it's been a minute with you. Lisa Kelson, I'm so glad that you're better. Cody Hayborn, welcome. She has laser eyes that melted your ice cube. Oh my God, Renby. I love Renby so much. You guys don't even know. April Goodson, Justine, Jeepsy Soul, Catherine DeBage. Thank you, Armine. Oh, I love Rena. Hey, Rena, I love that you're here, girl. How much does Gertie weigh? I think she's about 7 pounds now. King's Kid. April Goodson has a birthday today. Happy birthday to April Goodson. I love that. How do you know when you're falling behind? Because I look at the time on your chats. So like your time says 2:11, and now I'm looking at my phone at the time it's 2:12. So I'm racing through. But sometimes, Jenny, I will look and it will say like 8 minute, like I'm 8 minutes behind. I look at my phone and there's an 8 minute gap. That's how I know. And I'm like, oh crap. Me too, Rachel. Me too. Cinnamon Roll Vancouver. Welcome. And Dimming the Light. Finally made it to a live. I love it when people make it to lives. Hey, Lathanda. Sugar Plum. I want to also be one of your peeps. Oh, you are one of our peeps. Babe, I promise you are part of this community. And it is Yadira. Oh, thank you, Yadira. It is a huge community that we've grown, and it's amazing. Hey, Lisa Laster, Kentucky Blue Girl. Jennifer B., the ring pulled me in. You look gorgeous. Sorry I did that to you. It was, yeah, I cast spells out of this thing. So my apologies again. I know it's going around that I use my Scientology mind powers, and thank you for your super chat. Gypsy Soul, thank you for gifting memberships. Thank you. Pankos says we're all part of the Reese cult. Yeah, like we didn't know. Come on. Thank you, diversely able artists. Hey, Joyce Dragger. I love that you made it again. I love her. Tony P. Goosebump made it. Pam from Canada. Corn Freak. Pause for Andrea. Pam Abernathy. Sorry. The Zyrtec worked fairly decent last night. I'm not as bad today, but it just depends on the day. Claire with an I. We've been getting Claire. I love Claire with an I. I met her in Seattle. We've been getting a lot of rain here, and I think that's causing a zigzag, if you will, in my symptoms. Not that that matters. King's Kid, happy to make an afternoon live. I am glad that you made it. Hey, Nacho's mom, Moonstone Crone. What a cool name. Can't think of a better name. Cherise Forno, Eureka, Impossible Dreamer, Sophia Buttercake. Damn, superpowers got me again. Happens every time with you. Every time you're here, I really tend to cast my spells in your direction, babe. Thank you. Sarah Bradshaw, I'm glad that you made it. Witchy Reese. Yeah, it's fairly witchy, apparently. Apparently. Miss Mary, having a tough time, but this channel always makes me feel better. Babe, I'm sorry that you're going through a tough time. I totally understand if that helps. I mean, I don't know what tough time you're going through, but I think we all experience that on this channel, and that's what makes it so wonderful is that we can come here and it's safe and nobody judges. So I'm glad that you told us. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your super chat. LL Jersey Girl, hello, gorgeous. You need more wine-colored clothing. Okay, I'd like more wine-colored clothing and more cobalt. I've been talking about this. I want more cobalt blue stuff. Mailman's Wifey, love you too, babe. Thank you for being a member. You guys are so cool. I love coming on here to talk to you guys. I already forgot what I was going to say. Lena in Love, thank you for becoming a member, my babe. Flo, I'm glad you caught a live. Silver Psychics here. Not too many men in here. Yeah, we want to increase that, Snake. I'd like to have more guys in the chat, honestly. Hey, Alana. A. Kenneth. Christine. So glad I made a live. Usually part of the replay crew. Thank you to the replay crew, but thank you for being here, babe, and your super chat. That's so cool. Hey, wine a little bit more. Carol needing a meeting, not on the replay crew for once. I love that. I got to do earlier lives. I always think if I do an earlier live, less people will join because I'm like, later times tend to work better. Like a lot of people I talk with are like, the later times are where you want to stay. No, there's 800 people in here. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Not to mention, we've got the replay crew. And I don't care if we have 100 people in here. I just like to chat with you guys. Sending big love to Bum Tussle Reese. Love you, John. I love Hockey Town John. He's amazing. Thank you, babe. Kitty Whiskers. You look amazing with that color and Reese and glasses combo. Sorry, I don't know why I said Reese. That was in the beginning of the sentence. You guys know I do that, though. How's Hux doing with football? He's obsessed. He loves football. He's loving practice, and he's made some friends. He's gone to 4 practices now, and he's really, really liking. You know what's so cute? His coaches and the team call him the Kansas City boy. He wouldn't think that's cute, but I think it's cute. Natalie Strasser, can't help myself. Take my friend text you. I'm sorry I cast that spell on you, Natalie, but thank you for your super chat, my love. So sorry I did it to you. Thank you, Sin K. Are you a bit witchy as well, Diary of a Ditch Witch? I would have never guessed. My God, your picture actually, yeah. No, I could see you being witchy. Yeah, from one witch to another. You know what? Speaking of witches, you know what movie I loved? That movie with Jack Nicholson and all our girls. Let's see, Cher, Michelle Pfeiffer, so hot. Help me. Well, you can't help me. I'm behind in the chat anyway. Thank you, Rena. I love that movie, The Witches of Eastwick. Thank you, Ladybird Sue. Humble and kind. Thank you. Am I behind again? 1 minute behind. 1 minute. I just turned up the like. Did you, Alana? You're the best girl. So, Jolie White made it. I'm sorry. I know some people don't. It is Labradite. I know some people don't like roll call, but guys, this is an earlier live. There's a bunch of people that don't usually make it, and I don't want people to feel left out. I love doing roll call. I love seeing my people knit my bits here. Yeah, the Kansas City boy. Isn't that so cute? Hux has Riz. Yeah, apparently he does. I'm learning what that word means. Cheryl, you made me come out of lurker mode. I could not be happier for you. Cheryl, that is so kind. I love to hear that, and it makes me, I needed it. So thank you for your super chat. I just kind of needed that boost, girl. Thank you. Yeah, The Witches of Eastwick. It's such a weird movie, but I loved it. And those three women were so sexy in that movie. My God, they were so just, I just loved their characters and I loved how independent they were. And just, those were the days. Hanan, hey Reese, this is my first time catching a live since we are on different time zones. Love you so much and support you all the way. That is so cool. And thank you. Okay, that's it. Decision made, guys. I think we need to do these earlier lives sometimes. Do we agree? Show of hands, please. Show of hands. Do I have merch? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Crystal loves roll call. I love that. Anna Witt, one of these days, girl. Lula, how do you do your hair with the braid? Well, it's not my hair. It's just a braid. They're called Madison braids. Hey, Pat Kimbrell. And May Danger, welcome. They're called Madison braids. And I got them on like a super clearance one time. So I bought a bunch of them. Damsel Danny, welcome. Camantha's here. I love that. Yeah. I think it's kind of that it's important to you that each of us feel seen as we come in. It's one of the things I appreciate about you. Thank you, Carrie Ann. And it's a real thing for me. You know, I've said this before. It feels like a party where like people are coming in through the door. So I'm like, oh my God, Carrie Ann's here. Everybody say hi to Carrie Ann. Dee Dee Razzle Dazzle. I don't know. It's a thing for me. And I know it annoys a lot of people. And they're like, oh, I have to wait 30 minutes for you to get to the point. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it to upset you. But it is kind of a routine in here, unless it's something super serious. And receiving threats are super serious. But I also want to keep it light and it's been a struggle the last few days. So it kind of helps me to just keep the mood light and say hi to my friends. Sorry, I've been lurking lately. Stay strong. Lydia Krause, that's okay. I love you and I'm happy to see you. Thank you. Ruth O'Hare says yes. Joe Virus says yes. Okay. I thought, you guys wouldn't be available this time of day. Look at this. There's almost 900 people. Clearly, I'm wrong. Asen says yes. Liz Tricks, Tabitha, okay. I know Ursina says yes. And I know like Anna Witt and Millie the Dandelion would say yes. I love that, Silver Psychic. Lithanda, earlier lives are good for the European crowd. They are. And so I'm gonna start doing that. I love it. Thank you, babe. Thank you for your super chat. Susan, I've been here since the beginning, usually on the replay crew. See, I love that you made it. Let's just do earlier lives. Not all the time, but honestly, when Huxley starts school, it will be better for me anyway. I'll still do some later work. I know. I hate the word mirth now. I hear that. I'll just mix it up. We're just gonna mix it up. I'm gonna have to. Kerbic for IDS. I also feel, why do I feel like I have a Gertie hair right here stuck in my beard or mustache and I can't get it? It's a ghost hair. I also feel like a dirty lurker, so I want to tell you how much I love to see how you took hold on your life since last year. You're amazing. Wow. See, I love seeing new people. I love seeing these new names. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for the kind boost. That is such a nice thing to say. Ty's channel loves roll call. I knew she did. So let's have a chat. By the way, you guys know our girl Natalie. I will be on her channel today in an hour and a half at 4:00 Central Time, and we would love it if you would come over there. I want to. Who watched yesterday's live? I am not a cult leader. Let me get this straight. You are a cult leader, and so is Aaron. Uh, so two are working together, or am I in two different cults? Eloise, that's a fun question. I am not a cult leader, so I can't speak for him. But no, we're not in a cult here. We actually get to speak for ourselves, and there's no group think, and it's really cool that everybody can have their own separate opinions. Okay, so Jen Nelson, I love that you love roll call, babe. Thank you. Speaking of, so yesterday, before I get into today's topic, yesterday, a friend, a very good friend, a very good friend. Yeah, I'm not, guys. This isn't Reese. I what? I earned about you starting a cult. I earned. What do you mean, Joe? I need help. Help me. Anyway, yes. So my warned you about starting a cult. Warned. Yes, we're not doing cults. We like to think for ourselves here. But I love that. You know what? We can be a big support group of friends and family. That's more like it. I don't want to claim that I'm in a cult. I think it's kind of gross, honestly. We're not in a cult, guys. We can be silly and laugh about it, but yeah, no. I want everyone to have mind and think for themselves. Even if you hate me, even if you want to go and say horrible things about me, I want you to at least think for yourself, please. I didn't get the opportunity to think for myself for 38 years. And now that I can, it's unbelievable. And no one's going to tell me how to think. Although they've tried. I love you too, Joe. So my friend yesterday and today sent me some amazing insight, and I said I want to share it. I'm going to share it. I'm not going to name her name, but she said yesterday. Okay, I feel like I have a full on beard. Oh, did I get it? I You know what? We just take it. We just roll with the punches. Karen, thank you for becoming a member. This leopard print ring, it's a leopard ring. It's ceramic, and I've never worn this damn thing. And it's from Anthropology from a long time ago. And the brand is NACH. And I think you can find it on Poshmark. Yeah, they make a lot of different animal rings, and this would break easily. It is ceramic, but it's pretty cool, isn't it? Kind of neat. It's big. Hey, AJ speaks. Okay, so anyway, here's what my friend said about Kelly yesterday. And I just thought I was like, I want to share that. Sometimes I get things from you guys and I'm like, I really want to share that. She said the reason she liked being called Kelly and why it made you sad is because it is her saying she wishes she was someone else. That made me so sad. This made me even more sad, but I still was like, gosh, you have great insight. She said, it's like when Jenny in Forrest Gump at the very beginning is hiding from her horribly abusive dad, drags him with her and says, close your eyes and pray. And she says, dear Lord, please make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away. And Kelly is saying, please let me be Kelly because she is someone else who can be whoever she wants. How sad is that? But so true. I know, Goosebump. I thought, man, that is so sad. I just felt so sad yesterday talking about her. And yeah, she would rather be someone else. I know, Rena, it's really sad. So then that same friend and I were texting about 20 minutes ago, and she said, this was really interesting. I know, mailman's wifey. I knew you guys would understand that. I thought I got to tell my friends. So then my same very insightful friend, I thought I'm going to share this too. She said, I was thinking about how similar Jeff is and Jesters are to Dan O'Connor and your dad and the church in the control aspect and the keep it all hush hush. That recording you shared where he basically said, had you acted right, he wouldn't need to put his hands on you, is essentially Dan saying to your dad, she been following Scientology correctly, I wouldn't need to be physical with her. Isn't that an interesting insight? I said, damn girl, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. So the recording I shared where Jeff said, when I said, "You put your hands on me." Hi, Rhonda McNeil. And Jeff said, "I'm sorry, but you asked for it." That's what she's referring to. So she said, basically, had you shared where he basically said, had you acted right, he wouldn't need to put his hands on you. Is essentially Dan saying to your dad, had she been following Scientology correctly, we wouldn't need to be physical with her. No, my dad's not a jester. Isn't that interesting? And she said, when people ask why you stayed as long, it's because as effed up as it was familiar, even if it was your subconscious. You knew how to deal with that, and it was normal. When Jeff told you you were a disappointment or treated you poorly or that you caused it, that's Scientology and everything you heard from when you were a little girl. That's what makes where you are now so incredible. And I thought that was so nice. I thought that was such a nice thing to say. Anyway, and I just said, I really appreciated that. And I still feel, she said, you're making a difference. And I said, I still feel really small. And she said, you shouldn't. People are listening and people are standing with you. And anyway, I thought that was really special. Okay. Thank you to my friend who said that. Thank you, Goosebump. Thank you to you guys for listening. Let's get to the point. I know a lot of people are waiting for me to get to the point after we talk with baby steps. If you saw her in person, you would see it in her eyes. Not everyone does, but with your sensitivity, you would. I have seen it and it is haunting. Yeah, I bet that's true. I bet that's very true, baby steps. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you, Robin Miners. Thank you, Anna No. Hey, NH Carol. So let's discuss this. I want to get your guys' input on this. Thank you, Shannon's Journey. Yeah, Robin W. I knew you would enjoy that. I thought of you, actually. Thank you, Lisa Kelson. So I'm going to stop looking at the chat for a minute so I can get to the point because I know people are waiting. I'm not going to say where these threats are coming from. Okay. That's not the point. I have received some threats. Oh, Noe, Anna Noe. Oh, thank you for correcting me on that. I appreciate that, actually. Kind of like Armine underneath you. I didn't ever say her name right until she told me. Thank you, Asen. I loved that Facebook post, by the way, Julia, Fibrogal. We are getting some threats, Tommy and I. And they may not be what you think they're about, but I'm going to share with you. We have gotten some threats regarding the cruise in September. And basically, the threats are if you go on this cruise, yes, F. Barney, there is more than one source. If you go on this cruise, Arlene, welcome. Basically, you're going to, there's a setup. I'm sorry, but like, we're just not important enough. We're nobodies. I just think it's so, the drama is so silly. Yeah, Kestrel, it's not that easy. So there's a setup. There could be a setup that we're going to be in another country. We're going to be on international waters. We're either going to be in Aruba where the Free Winds is, or it's going to happen in Curacao. But basically, there's going to be a setup, and I don't know if they're trying to split Tommy and I apart, and they're trying to make it seem like either one or both of us are going to be arrested and framed, like they're going to plant drugs on us, or get someone to come and grab me so that Tommy starts throwing hands. I'm not entirely sure. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But we have a big problem now because, yeah, staying on the boat. So easy peasy, you say, stay on the boat. Well, I don't really want to spend a ton of money to go sit on a boat for 8 days. I don't want to be stuck on the boat. I already hate cruises. I'm afraid of the ocean. I kind of would like to be able to get off. Um, yeah, Andrew B, that's a good point. It limits our options. It limits our options. Also, we're going to be in international waters. So, like, I don't know. I've also been tipped off that our housekeeper service person could plant drugs in our room or something and then get Tommy arrested. So you have to think about this. It's insane, right? And it's like, okay, yeah. But at the same time, it's a huge risk. If that were to happen and I can't come home to my son because I'm sitting in a jail cell in another country, I love you guys. And I'm very upset about this because a lot of people are going on this cruise and are expecting us to go. But so we have a choice. We just say whatever, and it probably won't happen, Kestrel. But I'm sorry, Kestrel. Are you going to come do time for us? I mean, here's the thing. You're right. It probably won't happen. If it happens, I'm sorry, but everybody's going to go home and go back to their lives while we're stuck in another country, or Tommy is stuck in another country. Yeah, exactly, Panko. Do you want to take the risk? Not really. I don't. Yeah, you can put a camera in the room, says Renby. Absolutely. The reason I wasn't even going to talk about it, I was just going to cancel the trip. But there's a lot of people going, and I don't think that's fair. It's going to upset a lot of people. So I thought, you know what? Let's do it how I always do it. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Put it out there. See what happens. And I also wanted to, yeah, don't take the risk. I don't feel like I want to go now, to be honest with you guys. I don't really want to. This is going to cost a lot of money. And I don't know that I want to spend money to be paranoid and nervous the entire time, not leave the boat, stay in our room, because that's probably what would happen too. If we do go, we're going to set some serious boundaries, and we're not going to be associating with people as much. And we're probably going to sit in our room most of the time, uncomfortable. Reese, this sounds exactly like one of the fair game operations Scientology tried to do with Mayor Gabe. They plan to frame him during a cruise. Wow. Hanan, I did not know that. Hire a bodyguard. I can't afford to do that. Powerful people can make bad things happen. So the main threat that I got is this: you're going to a city or a country where Scientology owns the government. Basically, it's where the Free Winds is docked, and Scientology can do whatever they want to make the government do whatever they want. So that makes me a little bit nervous. And I'm just, can I cancel the trip without losing money? No, Asen. We will be out money. We will be out our $1,000, our, what do you call it? Deposit. Yeah, you've pissed off 2 cults. This is not an overreaction, Puka Vista. I absolutely agree. It's bizarre because half of me is like, who cares? The other half, I'm like, I care, because if something happened to Tommy, I would lose myself. And I think, no, it's not Clearwater, NH Carroll. We're going to other countries. We will be out of the country. It's scary enough, guys. I think about this stuff all the time when Tommy is with me or within the United States. I think about it all the time. I'm like, if the jesters wanted to come after me, they'd go after Tommy, and they would plant drugs on him, or they would do something to try to frame him, right? I'm afraid of that in the US. Can you imagine if that happened in another country where you don't have any rights? He'd go to jail for as long as they decide for him to go to jail. He would be treated however they wanted to treat him. What if it happened to me? What if they do it to both of us and I can't come home to my son and I'm stuck in another country? You guys going to come get us? I mean, I'm sorry. I love you guys, but you'll be powerless. Yeah, I am nervous. Wicked Tinkers, it depends on who is saying the stuff. If you're concerned, I would not go. It's not worth your freedoms. Absolutely. Thank you for your super chat. I have not taken this to the police yet. I'm not entirely sure how I want to deal with this. Yeah, it is. Thinking about it, Kelly may also like being called Kelly because care more about her safety than any of the. That's a good point. And she could feel good care being. She could feel good feeling cared for and protected in a safe place for once. Better together. You make a really good point there. Thank you, babe. That's so true. That's so sad to me. Mammon's wifey, while I believe it's BS, are you going to enjoy it? It's the fact that there are people in high positions of power involved. Exactly. And thank you for your super chat. Will we enjoy it? I mean, we want to see everybody that's going, but we're going to constantly be looking over our shoulder. I just feel, and I don't want to say we, guys, I don't speak for Tommy. Tommy is pretty much fearless on all accounts. Tommy's like, you guys know him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know any other guy that's more of just a man about stuff. He's tough. He's been through it. He's tough. He's not going to do anything that I mean, this is me speaking for him, but I don't feel like he would do something out of fear. Like he would cancel something out of fear. So you'd have to talk to him, and he's not here. So I'm not going to speak for Tommy. I'm going to speak for me. And I have a child, and it makes me very uncomfortable. You, Hux, and Tommy come first. Tracy, you said it right there. Absolutely. Mel W., to the person threatening Reese doesn't mean she's going to stop speaking her truth, even if she doesn't do the cruise. So not much of a win. Much love. That is such a good point. Yeah, you make such a good point. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. I just don't know, guys, and that's why I'm here. I'm reaching out to talk to you guys about it. I don't want anything to happen to you two. Rocks in a box? Thank you. I don't either. Absolutely. Crap like this will make her talk more. Yeah. Yeah, Jer. I just don't know. Love you, Renee Rainbow. Yeah, it's absolutely Pinko. It's just I think it's the fact it's a fake threat, but I understand, Kestrel. I mean, I'm sure it is, but you seem to be more sure of that than me. I don't know for sure. I don't know. And what do we do if something does happen? You have to put yourself in our shoes, and I'm sure you are. Can you do a meet and greet with the cruisers before they launch and then go back home? We could, Shelly Kelly. I mean, it would be quick. People are coming like the day or the night before, and then they're getting on the cruise, because that's actually a really good idea. Maybe if we came to Miami for like a few days before, but not everybody's going to come to Miami a few days before. Not people can't afford that, and I understand. That's a good idea, though, because there are people coming on this cruise from other countries, guys. There are people coming on this cruise from Australia, Sweden. There are people coming. I don't want to let them down. I really, really don't. Yeah, Wicked Tinkers. That is a good compromise. Shelly Kelly had a really good idea. I will be devastated if you and Tommy don't go, but you have to do what you feel is best. I thought of you, Deanna Downey. I definitely thought of you, and I feel very sad about that. Sorry, my phone's going off. Larry Watkins, your safety should come first. I've had fake threats made and had people show up at the office with guns. I take threats seriously. That's intense. I'm sorry that's happened to you. It's really hard to set someone up with the police when the police are already informed. Listrix, if you aren't going to be able to relax and enjoy the cruise because of this, then you shouldn't go. The meet and greet might be an idea. Absolutely. And to be honest, Tommy and I did talk about this, and in the future, we will never agree to something in advance that's set up like this, especially in another country. We just won't. I don't think it's a good idea. Tony Suter, it would ruin the trip. It would ruin the trip for you. What do you think is right, love? Yeah, it would ruin it for me for sure. If they're going to try to get you arrested there, why tip you off first? Just to set you guys up and say nothing sounds fishy. Absolutely, Chris Crafts and Coffee. There's a lot to it that I'm like, yeah, right. But I also have a child, and Tommy has a life, and it would ruin my life if something happened to Tommy. So, and people know that. People will prey on that. I hate they are keeping you in fear. Maybe throw a big party instead. You could talk to the cruise line. You have to protect yourself. I understand. Jennifer B, absolutely. Again, if they really wanted to do harm, why would they tell you their plan of attack? Absolutely. It's probably to keep us into a state of fear. Um, but if it isn't, then what? Again, what are you going to do? What are you guys going to do? If things really hit the fan and Tommy and I are sitting in a jail cell in Curacao for something we didn't do and they set us up, what are you guys going to do about it? The answer is nothing. We will be screwed, and who knows how long we'll be there and how we would be treated. And you know what I mean? It's a scary, scary thought. Is it probably not going to occur? Most likely it's not. It's harder to plant drugs than you think. I don't know. The risk of not coming home to Huxley isn't worth it. Safety first, but I take threats seriously. Aria, absolutely. And again, it's another country. That's frightening, guys. That's what gives me so much pause. If this was going to happen in Miami and we weren't leaving, I would go, okay. I mean, that could happen anywhere, and it could. I worry about those things, especially with Tommy. I worry that somebody would set him up. Yeah, Panko, you're absolutely right. Anyone dealing with the public has to be realistic about any threats. I agree. Cedar Duvall, what if you were to inform the ship cruise management about the threats have been made against you in advance? Maybe they could help prevent. Yeah, I thought about that, but what are they going to do? And again, how do I trust the people who are taking care of our room? While we're not in it, people can be paid off. I don't know. I've seen this stuff in movies. Guys, I don't know how realistic it actually is. But if someone wanted to make life hard, they could, right? And if somebody was already being paid off in another country to do it, I don't know. Sounds kind of dangerous. Sounds like a path I really don't want to go down. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world today. People are very hostile toward Americans. I don't think it would be hard to frame someone. Probably not. And the other issue is, and I hate to say this, Tracy, make a police report so it is on record whether you go or not. Absolutely. Robin Miners, best to stay on U.S. soil. New private plan. Yeah. I hate to say this, unless you can determine a way to mitigate the risk, I wouldn't go. Yes, it gives them the satisfaction, but that is the exact reason you do need to go to the cops. You're being threatened. Yeah, I agree. And thank you guys for your super chats. Here's the thing, and I hate to say this. I really hate to say this, but I am learning much more. I'm new to this, guys. I'm new to this, but I'm learning much more who's a friend and who isn't really a friend. And it's so sad. And I said this yesterday. There are a lot of people who pretended to be my friend for a long time, for months, who the hard part is you learn real quick because the ones who really are your friends screenshot things or they hear things and they come to you and say, hey, just so you know, this person is saying this stuff. There's a person who used to be a real good friend of the channel who I texted with regularly, and that person is now going around. I've been told by a lot of people going around going, hey, read these texts, read these private personal messages about these people. Look at how awful she is. What kind of a life is that? That's really too bad, especially when you thought it was a friend. And there's another one that was a friend of the channel that went into some private group and was like, I actually really hate Reese. She's awful and she's a grifter and she's stealing money from everyone. And I calculated her watch hours and she's doing just fine. And this is how much money she makes. And it's like, you and I talked privately for months. That's disappointing. So it's hard to know that coincides and ties with, for me, my safety on this cruise. What if someone's like, come on the cruise. We'll make sure you're okay. I've known you. I'm coming. And they're not really a friend. I don't know. These are the things that run through my mind now. It's one thing if they threaten you at a meetup in Texas, but this is an unknown country. Exactly, Tony Suter. Exactly. Mar Lugo, love the ring. Well, thank you, babe. Good to see you. I've traveled overseas often and completely understand your fear. We don't have the same rights. I hate fake friends. Jennifer B., I hate fake friends too. And it reminds me of Scientology. It's very like the person going around showing texts, which I don't care that they're doing this. But it's a bummer because it makes me think of you like being a Scientologist, like going behind my back, writing up reports on me. It's like, and they're doing this with other people just that are well known. And it's like, do you think that you're not being told on? Like, people run to me all the time and go, this person is saying this about you, this person is saying this about you, here's the proof. And I just go, thanks for the heads up. I mean, people are not as genuine as I thought, and that's too bad. um I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's disappointing, but it reminds me of Scientology. If they are real friends, they would understand and want you safe. That is a good point, Christine F. Plus, Reese is so open and honest with everyone. It's sad Reese has to come to learn those people are backstabbers. Yeah. Sharon, I can't say who. What are Cricket's thoughts? Cricket doesn't think it's going to, the threat will happen. Cricket doesn't think the threat will happen. Mandy Albert, usually on replay, and with my social anxiety, I don't chat a bunch. But when I do catch a live, I still have yet to catch a brunch because of it too. Wanted to thank you for saving my life. You're amazing, and don't forget it. Mandy, thank you so much. That is such a nice thing to say, babe. My God. And thank you for being a member. Okay. I know, Alana. I mean, just think about it for a minute. As ridiculous as it sounds, you got to do what's right for you. I'm in Florida. I can host a before or after party so you guys can see your people stateside. That's amazing. Thank you for saying that and your super chat. That is not a bad idea. Hi, Dawn. That is not a bad idea to see if there's some way that maybe we can just meet everybody in Florida. I would be happy to do that. I would love to do that. I can't speak for Tommy. I don't know if he could do it or would want to do it, but I would be happy to go. I would be happy to do that. Um, think about it though, you guys. Just put yourself, and I know you're doing that. So many of you are so understanding, but put yourself in our position. How would I feel going forward and doing it, and then something happens? I can't imagine. Honestly, I've run it through my mind a million times. I haven't slept. I'm like, I can't imagine like just some setup where we're both arrested or, oh, sorry, mom's calling. Let me just tell my mom. Hey, mom, I'll have to call you back. I'm live. No, it's okay. You didn't know. Okay, bye. Um, I don't think anybody's going to do anything to Huxley, but we want Huxley's mom to be able to come back home. And I think it would be absolutely terrifying. Nico, love you, Reese. Do what's best for you. Thank you. I knew you guys would understand. Tiff, I couldn't go with my child at home. No explanation needed. Yeah, thank you. I like this. Plus, doing that on-site party might allow more of us to come to a big meetup when we couldn't do the cruise. Maybe we just do that. Maybe because Liz Tricks would even come. I just saw Rhonda McNeil would come. Maybe we do half and half. Maybe the people who are coming for the cruise come and see us, and then there's a few days of us all together in Miami. Hockeytown John, this breaks my heart, Reese. If they succeed this time, I feel like it will never end. I can't stand the thought of you being trapped in your own home. Thank you, John. Guys, this is only because we're out of the country. No one's going to scare me into, thank you, Lindsay. No one's going to scare me into not going to another city within the US. I mean, this could happen anywhere in the US. It's being in another country. I know you understand that. If I'm you, I can't go because Hux. Absolutely, mailman's wife. Lydia Krause makes me so angry for you. You guys deserve a holiday. I agree with that. That's the part that really sucks. I really, really, really want to go on this cruise. I am so excited about the prom. I'm really excited about it. But I also think there's those risks. And then there's quite a few people, I think, who hate us that are going. So it's like, how much are we going to enjoy this anyway? I don't know. And I don't know how hard people are going to make it on us. I'm already going to be out if I cancel. But then if I don't cancel, I have to spend quite a bit of money to go. And it's right now money is tight, and it's important for me to go. I've been saving for this cruise for a long time, but it's important to me that I'm spending the money on something that I want to spend it on. I don't want to spend the money and then be sitting in my room the whole time like, we got to watch everybody. Think about it. We're going to, well, I can't say we. Tommy probably won't. The dude is super chill and cool, and he's quite calm around him. You know, we all know Tommy went to prison. I mean, the guy is just super calm about his surroundings. I'm a female, I'm less calm. And I would be sitting there going, who can I trust? Let's just stay in our room and order a room service because I'm freaked out. We'll just watch another movie. I don't want to be on a cruise ship for 8 days, not wanting to leave my room because I'm scared. That sucks. That sucks. And that's not fun. Yeah, we could do a prom in Florida. I actually, Gene W. Love you and Tommy. Been a fan of both from the beginning. Thank you. Yeah, Marion, there's always people who that's just yeah. It's a shame, but there are quite a few people who used to be friends of this community that took to hating me because I make money or because they don't like me and Tommy being together or whatever reason. But I know that they're both making a lot of noise about it. They're trying to make a lot of noise. And I know that because the people they're making noise to are coming back to me going, hey, you should know this. I think it's just part of being in a community that's public. You know, I don't consider myself a big deal. No one really knows who I am, but at the same time, I am on a public platform, and I truly believe you're always going to, when you're in the public eye, you're gonna have people who pretend to love you. You're gonna have haters saying all kinds of lies. It just comes with the territory. Comes with the territory. I'm sorry, but you know, it goes with famous people. Some people love Tom Hanks. Some people hate Tom Hanks. Some people love news anchors. Some people hate the news anchor. It's just I don't care about that. Like that part doesn't bother me. Of course, I'm going to be hated. It comes with the territory. But this is different. Honestly, I've been worried about you going on the cruise for a while, but didn't say anything because you are a smart adult. But if you're saying you're worried now, I'm happy to share I was worried before. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sure you're not the only one. And thank you for your super chat. Hey, Lacey Silver. Yeah, guys, I can tell a lawyer, we can tell the cruise ship personnel. But the truth is, we're not Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. We're nobodies. So no one really cares. You know, you're going to have to hire extra security if you really care. I mean, I don't expect anyone to do anything about it. I just wondered your thoughts. I truly wondered. Oh my God, there's Anita. Just a thought. People who still go should be super aware of their surroundings. If there is a way to hurt Reese, even by proxy, the threat goes for everyone. That is a thought, Anita, and I love you, girl. Thank you for your super chat. She's right. If people hate you, why are they even going? Make it make sense. Marina, because I think people who like to stir the pot and create drama and create stories, if they can take that opportunity to continue to stir it, they're going to. I mean, this is no different than probably high school, even though I wasn't there. You know, it's the age, maturity does not come with age. You know, people in their 50s and 60s right now are going around going just like a child. You know, I mean, they enjoy doing that. It's what they kind of live off of. Marlugo, last night at my birthday dinner, I thought how Reese would love this. I was surrounded by fam and friends. I always thought how we would get along. I love that. I'm glad you had a nice birthday dinner, babe. Happy late birthday. Thank you for your super chat. That's sweet. I do too, Robin W. I'm bummed, Robin W, because I really thought these people were friends. And that's not what this is about. It's about the threats, but some of them are going on the cruise. So it's like I don't know. I don't know how I feel. It's very middle school, Panko. And we have to remember that, right? Like there are people right now. There's almost 1,100 people in here. I'm sure quite a few of them are absolutely hateful toward me. Absolutely can't stand me. And honestly, I think that's hilarious that they waste time on it. But Larry Watkins, go with your gut. I hate to tell you this, Reese, but you're stuck with us and we will stand up to those who try to take you down. I know, Joe Virus. I'm so much better at knowing who the real people are and who are not these days. And sadly, I learned my lesson and I'm going to be a lot more guarded. I just am. I love you guys, but these people who decided to come out and not be my friend, I really thought were my friends. And it's a shame, but it also doesn't it's familiar territory for me. It's very Scientological. Nancy, here from the start of your YouTube channel career, first time comment. Listen to your gut. It is easy for others to say it's fake. If it isn't, tragic. Exactly. Tragic, Nancy, is the word. Thank you for that. You make a good point. It would be absolutely effing unbelievable. Like, what would you guys do? What would happen if I come back without Tommy and he's in a jail cell? What would happen if everybody comes back except me and Tommy? Or if Tommy just comes back? I don't know who the threat is more geared toward. What would you guys do? It would be horrific. Tragic is the word. It would be absolutely terrifying for my child who absolutely loves Tommy. Everybody loves Tommy. Tommy has a family. It's not worth the risk. It just isn't. Wicked Tinkers, thank you for becoming a member. It would be horrible. Cindy B, I agree. Yeah, you couldn't do anything. Panko is absolutely right. You guys would have to stand by powerless, and we would all cry ourselves a river because it would be horrific. And thank you, Kimberly Renee. I agree. Hey, Katie did it. I mean, I like the idea of what Shelly Kelly had. Maybe we go to Miami beforehand. I love you, Lynn Sanity. It's nice to see you, girl. Maybe that's something I should talk to Tommy about. Maybe we do a meetup. Maybe we do like I really wanted to do the partying. Like I thought it would be so much fun to have that prom. Tommy and I are so excited about that. And so, hey Brian Bolin, I'm like I hate that that's going to get ruined. I hate that many people are going on this cruise because they want to go on the cruise, but they also want to meet everybody, including Tommy and I. It just sucks for everybody. And I don't want anyone to be upset with me about that. I really don't. Susie, listen to your gut. Yeah, stay stateside. Your friends who are cruising will understand. If they don't, they aren't true friends. Susie, you make a really good point, girl. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you, Kim Wiseman. Holly, I love you, girl. I'm more worried about Tommy. I don't think people will mess with you because you're a mom, but they know doing something to Tommy will destroy you. And I'm worried about both of us, but I'm most worried about Tommy as well. I would never forgive myself. I would absolutely hate myself if something happened to him. And that's not just on the cruise. If something happened to Tommy because of me, I couldn't live with myself. It would be horrible. And I think we would all be absolutely devastated. So like I said, I worry about this stuff constantly in the US. Okay. But being outside of the US makes it a lot more terrifying. People can cancel if they're only going to see you. I recall initially you weren't even going. Yeah, people can. They can. Happy birthday, Asen. Welcome to the 51 Club. Happy birthday to Asen. I love that. Your money can be replaced. You cannot. Don't risk it. Knowing you're out of town, they could trash your house. Well, Amy, that would be horrible. What is Tommy's opinion? I think we should bring him on and ask him his opinion. I think Tommy is kind of more letting me work through it. Tommy is, I'm not trying to make him look like a badass, but you guys know Tommy. He's pretty fearless. That's what I love about Tommy. You know, he doesn't take lightly to stuff like this. He would not be the guy that would go run under and hide. But at the same time, I feel like it's my job to protect him and it's his job to protect me. And that's just us as a unit. And I can't live with myself going forward if something were to happen. I don't know. I don't know where the threats are coming from. Yeah, I don't think it would be fun. Yeah, it's not your fault. If you're canceling, you're the victim here. If people don't realize that, they're not your friend. Thank you, Carrie Ann. I am too, Nicole. I'm really bummed. Tommy is absolutely a badass, Panko. He is a badass. I don't need to make him look like one. He is one. And I guarantee you, Tommy's not sitting here afraid like I am. Still under your spell, Reese. Lacey, you're so cute. Thank you, Lacey. I hear you, Laura Font. Oh, yeah, Tommy knows all about it. Tommy is fearless, but he's also very, very caring. Tommy is a crazy combination because he is absolutely protective and fearless, but in like mind wise, he's so amazing at being sensitive and understanding. It's amazing. Who hates Tom Hanks? I have no doubt this Scientology or Whirler of Gestures. Yeah. I think a lot of people hate Tom Hanks. Matt's mom, but good to see you, Denver. Reese, you have such good instincts, so trust your spidey senses. They may have succeeded in deterring you from this trip, but you will win this battle. Absolutely, Matt's mom. Thank you for saying that, and thank you for your super chat. I think we should bring Tommy on and ask him because I don't want to put words into his mouth. I'm just telling you guys, and I'm telling you what I think. Thank you, Kaz. They would provoke Tommy and he'll end up in jail. I don't know. I don't know. I hate it too, Mama D. Love it doesn't like Tom Hanks. I knew there was somebody. Yeah, Lisa Laster, I agree. Alana, definitely forward info to the FBI. Emails can be tracked. Love you. And Tom Hanks. I love you, Alana. You're so funny. Cindy B, don't be afraid. It has been my experience that people who threaten openly like this are full of hot air. Now, Cindy B makes a good point. And here's the other side of it. And here's what I want to know. By bringing this to light and exposing it so that everybody knows about it, everybody on the cruise knows about it, people will be more aware and alert, knowing we will have our phones. Bobby doesn't like Tom Hanks, but King's Kid doesn't either. I just want to point that out. Then are we safer because it's kind of more out in the open? Answer that for me. I don't know. How about you and Tommy doing a super special live feed show from home to those on the cruise? Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Thank you, Great Gig in the Sky. Yeah, some people have nothing to lose. You have everything to lose. Absolutely. And I'm sorry, but Jared doesn't like Tom Hanks. I'm sorry, but you won't be sitting there doing time for us. So, I appreciate people being like, you're good, just go. It's an empty threat. You're probably right. But if you're wrong, are you going to come trade us places? I apologize for not saying anything sooner. I've been worried from the beginning, but I love you guys. I love you, Ann Hummingbird. Thank you, babe. Tommy and I really love you. Thank you for your super chat. It's not worth your peace of mind. Thank you, Kaz. Absolutely, Carrie Ann. Pierre doesn't like Tom Hanks. Matt's mom doesn't either. Yeah, strength in numbers. So you could do an Alaskan cruise next time you stay in the U.S. William, I've always wanted to do an Alaskan cruise as much as I don't even like cruises. That's a good idea. Jennifer B, but could you relax? I couldn't if I were you. Absolutely. That's the point. I don't think I could. And I'd be in my room the whole time. And then the people who took the time to book this cruise and spend the money and go are going to be like, she didn't even come out of her room. I love you, Reese, but I'm not doing time for anyone. Absolutely. And I wouldn't expect you to. And Tommy is better than Tom Hanks. I agree with that. Can we do a poll about loving or hating Tom Hanks? Tommy will do whatever Reese feels comfortable with. Well, I want Tommy to have a voice too. I mean, I don't want to just tell him what we're doing. But yeah, I think Tommy would definitely, if I said I don't feel comfortable doing it, he would never in 1,000 years say, well, we're going anyway. Tommy wouldn't do that to me. So if you have foreign authorities may not care about the threats. No, They won't. And they're not going to care because we're nobodies. I mean, I'm sorry, but I would never be, I'm not that kind of a person. I'm not entitled to be like, we're somebody's, so you better protect us. No, everybody's out for their own selves on this, and we're not any different than anybody else. Lynn Sanity would do time for us, and that's real. That's a real friend right there. Twin Mom, thank you for becoming a member. Pierre, yeah, I'm afraid of the ocean myself. Yeah. Shannon C? No, your comments aren't blocked. No, Shannon, you're here. Yeah, I don't think we would get our deposit back, Holly. I don't think that we're going to get our money back, but that's not what this is about. I'm not even more about that right now. I'm just concerned about, what's real, and I'm just not sure. Did I just see Laura Dupree? I love Laura Dupree. That's a good point too. They want to instill terror and anxiety. They know you do not want to disappoint all the people on the cruise. That's a good point too. Like maybe they still think we would go because we don't want to disappoint everyone, and I don't want to let people down. Check whether travel insurance separate or included in the credit card considers a threat reported to the police as grounds for a refund. Love you too, Rosina. That's a good question. Okay, I can check. I can ask Cricket about that. Yeah, cruise ships and port authority have no authority in these islands. Yeah, absolutely. And Sin-K Hux is way more important than this cruise. Tommy's way more important than this cruise. And people will have to understand that. And I think they will. As sad as I am, I know Deanna Downey, Anne's going. I know there are people coming from other countries, guys. That I don't take that lightly. That is such a cool thing and a big deal. And I want to meet these people. I was saying you and I need a list of the people threatening Reese so we can go super something on them. I don't know what that word means. Yes, I spoke with Cricket Jam Jam for about an hour and a half last night. Absolutely, Panko. Tommy and I did talk about that. From now on, travel plans will be absolutely kept private. Now, I said to him when we were talking about this, I said, I still want to do a Nashville meetup. I still want to go meet people in different cities. And he said, definitely. But he said, Tommy made such a good point. When we're in other cities, it's different. He was like, I can get in a car with you and we can leave if it gets weird. He's like, we're on American soil. We can, make decisions. He was like, when we're on a boat out in the middle of nowhere, that's not the same thing. So from now on, if Tommy and I are going to go do something, I will never share it with anyone. It'll be a totally private situation. No travel plans will ever be discussed ever again. And we won't ever do this again. We won't ever plan something this far in advance where we're not going to be on American territory. But that's different, right? Like if we met, I mean, Tommy was like, yeah, we can absolutely still go to other cities because that's different. We can get up and leave. Lisa, catching it late, but good to grab live. Love you. I'm glad you made it, girl. I feel like it's been a while. Thank you for your super chat. Yeah, I just can't. That's why I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. It does. Makes perfect, complete sense, but it sucks you have to have things that way. It does, Eureka. I appreciate you guys. Like, no one seems to be really upset about it. I was most worried. I don't want to let people down. And I'm really worried about letting people down. And I don't want people to say, I spent my money on this and now no one's going, that, I really wanted you to go. I still am considering going, but I just don't know that it's worth it. If something happened, yeah, I agree, Sasha. Hi, Pat Hansen. You'll never please everyone. Go with your gut fund. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, Rhonda, I'm glad you were here for it. And yeah, Robin, I don't want to let people down. Kathy Ann, you worry about that because you care, but you need to go with what feels right. I really, is there a Colton Crim soon? Hopefully, Charlotte. Hopefully. Yeah, Marina, I agree. I just feel most upset about people who are going on this cruise and are going to be upset with me or Tommy about it. If anyone is mad about doing what you determine is best, then oh well, let them. I agree. And I don't. I don't like to let people down. I know, Asen. I always take my own car so I can drive away. I'm with you there, Beach Bum Beagle. Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere where I can't leave. Thank you, love being mom too. I see. This is where I agree, Panda Unicorn. The fact that you've said it on here means if they try, they're idiots. You make a good point. You look after Tommy. Tommy looks after you. You both look after Hux. So don't go. Yes, Cricket knows. I spoke with her for an hour and a half about it last night. With the jester's threat, do they not realize it shows us all how terrified they are about their parties and their rituals being exposed? Well, I think Jeff is doing more than enough on that. On that end, he's apparently saying all kinds of crazy things that don't make any sense to the normal person. At least that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, no one will judge you. That's a good point. If they're mad for you not going, they don't have your best interest. I mean, I thought about that too. I could never in my right mind to be upset with someone if they were threatened. And I mean, if somebody canceled the trip because they just weren't comfortable going, how can you question that? Thank you, Kestrel. I think the threat is probably nonsense as well. Max's mom, that's a good point. I think, you know what I really think? Shannon Z, no, not at all. Jeff doesn't contact me much other than he tells me that he's having my YouTube channel banned and he wants everything that ever named him on my channel and his anything about him. He wants, he's filed a million privacy complaints about that. The unfortunate part is YouTube, I don't know, cares because Jeff has been on my channel so many times saying, I'm happy to be here. I support this. Um, and he's consented to all of that. So that's the only time Jeff reaches out to me is to threaten me and say, "You've got 24 more hours, and I'm getting your channel taken down." It just doesn't work like that. Yeah, they are in my head, King's Kid. Yeah. So no, the cruise wasn't going to Mexico, but the cruise is going to all different countries. I agree, Jennifer B. So what do we all think? And then I'm going to have to go. In 45 minutes, I'll be on Natalie's channel. And she and I are going to have a fun chat this afternoon. I hope you guys can come over to it. Um, Fear mongering and scare tactics, says Joe Virus. I'm sure. The cruise was booked before you made the decision to go. I remember you saying you couldn't, and many booked before you said you were. That's a good point. Someone said that before. You don't have to feel bad or feel like you're letting people down. That's a really good point. I think you're right. A lot of people booked before I was even going. People may be upset for you, but the people who care will not be angry. Those who love you understand. Hugs. Thank you, baby steps. Everybody knows me that watches this channel, and everybody knows Tommy, right? So, and I know you guys would not want something to happen either. Well, that's not true. There's a bunch of people like, for instance, Jeff right now, probably watching, going, please go on that cruise. I would love something to happen. Who knows? But I'm sure there's quite a few haters going, great. Yeah, get your asses arrested. But most of you who are supportive, I know you understand. Do what you feel is best. I'm probably going to put it back up, Charlotte. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Lisa. Whatever you decide is the right thing to do, right thing for you. And those of us who love you will support your decision, Liz Tricks. I know that about you, girl. I love Liz. Thank you. And, what do you guys think? I mean, there's still a chance. What if we went on the cruise and we just stayed on the ship? That sounds miserable to me. It feels claustrophobic. I'm already afraid of the ocean. So I don't love the idea of not getting off. But that's a question real quick before I go. Would that lessen the chances? Would that lessen the risk of something happening? We're still on international waters, guys. We're not safe on the boat. But I wonder if we're more safe by not getting off. Would that be the case? Somebody tell me that. Hey, Sweet Pea, I stopped watching 8 months ago because Jeff gave me the creep vibes. Glad to see you glowing and growing. Mama Joe, I remember you very well. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for your super chat. He will not give you those vibes anymore on my channel other than him trying to ban my channel, which I hear he's making a lot of headway on. No, I'd be miserable. I know, Eureka. You can always do another one and keep it private. Okay, Laura, stay home. Okay, Joel. Okay, Lisa Laster. Sorry, I'm just reading. Me too, Margie. Oh, you were on the phone with Al Gore? Yeah, I've been making calls to Zuckerberg. I get that, Ren. Inside joke. Stay home and do lives with Tommy. Well, I thought about it too. Maybe just taking a whole other vacation during that time, just doing something else. Not worth it. What about the idea? I like the idea that Shelly Kelly had. What if we just meet up before everybody goes on the cruise in Miami? That could be fun. Or we just don't do anything. Someone in the chat is being deceptive. I didn't realize how many people in this chat are just watching, not talking, and then they take everything I say to like other platforms and they're like, Reese is a manipulative, horrible person, and what a liar, and how come her people don't see right through it, and blah, blah, blah. I love VTV. I don't know where she is. I miss her. No, I can't get our money back. Jilbo, you're going on the cruise. I'm glad you're in here. I love Jilbo. I know, VTV was hilarious. Where did she go? She's Canadian. Hey, Jilly Jill. Do a land prom? I was really excited about the prom. Thank you, Dinky. It's fine. You know those scumbags that are saying whatever they're saying? Guys, it's hilarious. They don't have a platform. They just don't. Again, I got some screenshots and like 4 people liked it. So they don't have anywhere to scream from. They're just trying to make noise. They're little tiny dogs nipping at your heels. The cruise, SJ, is in mid-September. Hockeytown John, I've given you too much money to be a plant babe. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. That's true. I love you, Hockeytown John. There's no way. I know you're a real friend. Wonder if they could transfer your cruise tickets to someone else. They can't because we would get all of our money back except the deposits. So it's not the entire cruise that we would lose. We would get I did a $500 deposit. Tommy did a $500. There'd be $1,000. I would love it if you would DJ our prom. That would be amazing. Thank you, Christine Baker. So I say don't go because it's out of the country, but are you going to stay home the rest of your life? They aren't going to stop. No. And if you were watching NH Carol, this could happen. That kind of threat could happen anywhere. We're in America. I'm not worried about it. I mean, I worry about it, but I'm more worried about it going on a cruise where we're stuck in another country. Of course, this could happen at any time. It's the out of the country part that's terrifying. LA Chameleon, I'm sure you'll highlight the twin cults during the 8 days you aren't cruising. That'll teach them to make threats, idle or not. May their efforts backfire big time. That's a good point. That's a good point. And whoever's making these threats, clearly there's a reason for that, right? We don't know what it is, but thank you for your super chat, right? That's a lot of energy and effort to copy and paste and stir up stuff. Do people not have jobs and are other things to do, like worrying about themselves? Pick me vibes. Yeah, it's a lot, Renby. I find that these people have a lot of time on their hands to go scream and yell, and they don't even have a place to do it. I don't think you can super chat where they're at. They're probably mad about that too. Not worth your safety. You are too important. Robin, thank you for saying that. Guys, I appreciate your support. And I think that's what pisses most people off. There's over 1,000 people in here. And I think that's what makes people the most mad who hate us. They don't like this community. They don't like the support. They think you're all a bunch of scumbags for following me because I'm so fake and I'm manipulating you. And look what it's coming to a head. They're making threats now. I mean, they just can't seem to get it together enough. You can't break this up. You can't break it up. Got 21,000 people following this channel, and they're amazing, and they're kind, and they're loving, and they're giving, and they just can't quite handle that. Yes, literally, Lisa. Yeah, let them, Reese. Let them. If you have haters, you're doing something right. Absolutely, Asen. Absolutely. And that's a good point. I must be making some kind of a difference to have haters. And I just also think if you're going to be in any kind of a public place, you're going to have people who don't like you for whatever reason. And guess what? That's their problem. It's a reflection on them. So I guess that's it. I wanted to get that out. Please check your subscription to the people in here who want to be subscribed and actually like my channel and want to be supportive. Please make sure you're subscribed. The people who hate me continue to watch because that makes me money as well. The watch hours, appreciate that. It's like subscribing, but actually you're doing something worse to help me because subscribers don't make money. Subscribers don't make you money. Watch hours are what makes money. So thank you to those people as well who don't hit subscribe, but they continue to hate me and grind their teeth and watch. Either way, you're being supportive. I will be on with Natalie in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to hop off. And thank you for your input. I'm sure we'll talk more about this. I have a feeling Tommy and I at some point will talk about this if he wants to. You know, I'll see if he wants to discuss this topic. Maybe he doesn't. But I'll probably, hey, Chica Cherry Cola, I'll probably talk about it a little bit with Natalie as well and just get her input on it. Again, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for your super chats. But most of all, thank you for your input today. Thank you for your point of view. You gave some really good thoughts on this that I will have to process. And to those who are going and are sad and upset, I really do apologize. It's looking like it's going to be a no. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a no. I just can't risk it. I have to be able to come home to my son, and I have to be able to come home with Tommy. We're a unit, and I just can't break that up, and it's not worth it. So I love you guys. You have a lot of influence, and that makes you powerful. They hate that because they have no power. Karen, well said, and that's all that needs to be said. That's a good point. Thank you. They have no power. I really like the meetup idea before the cruise. You could still see those going and still be safe. Anti-monkey pants? Yes. Thank you for your super chat, babe. I think that's a great point. And I think I'm going to talk to Tommy about it and get his thoughts. All right, guys, I love you all. And for those of you coming to Natalie's, I'll see you in 30 minutes. Thank you again. I really mean it today. Thank you. This was helpful. Thank you. Here comes Fred.